She said, "I'm not going to your college reunion. Your ex will be there, and I don't trust you around her. I'd ended that relationship 8 years ago." I said, "I understand." Then I went alone, had an amazing time, and reconnected with old friends, including one who became my new girlfriend 3 months later. When my ex-girlfriend saw the photos. Original post. I, 30 male, dated my college ex for about a year and a half when we were both 21 to 22. We broke up mutually because she was moving across the country for grad school, and neither of us wanted long distance. It was sad but amicable. We wished each other well, stayed Facebook friends, and that was that. Haven't spoken to her directly in over 5 years. She's married now, has a kid, seems happy. I'm genuinely glad for her. I've been with my girlfriend, now ex-girlfriend, for 3 years. Met her through a coworker, hit it off, moved in together after 18 months. Things were good, or so I thought. My college does a big reunion every 5 years. The 10-year reunion was coming up this spring, and I was excited. College was genuinely the best 4 years of my life. Not in a sad, peaked-in-school way, but in a I made lifelong friends and have great memories way. I'd lost touch with a lot of people and was looking forward to reconnecting. The reunion was a 3-day weekend. Friday night mixer, Saturday activities, and formal dinner, Sunday brunch, and goodbye. I planned to bring my girlfriend. We talked about it for months. I bought 2 tickets at $185 each, booked a hotel room, arranged time off work. Then 2 weeks before the event, my girlfriend dropped a bomb. "I'm not going." "What? Why?" I looked at the Facebook group for the reunion. "Your ex is going." "Okay." She went to the same school. It makes sense she'd go. "I don't trust you around her." I literally laughed. I thought she was joking. She wasn't. "I'm serious. I've seen how you talk about college. The best years of your life, all those memories. I know what happens at reunions. People drink, they get nostalgic, they make mistakes. My college ex is married with a child. I haven't spoken to her in 5 years. There's nothing there. That's what everyone says before they cheat. I'm not everyone. And I'm not going to cheat on you with someone I dated for 18 months, almost a decade ago. I've made up my mind. I'm not going, and I don't think you should go either. The tickets are non-refundable. The hotel is booked. I've been looking forward to this for months. Then get a refund. Or lose the money. I don't care. But if you go to that reunion, knowing your ex is there, knowing how I feel about it, that tells me everything I need to know about your priorities. I sat with that for a moment. "I understand," I said. She looked relieved. "Thank you. I knew you'd see it my way." "No. I mean, I understand that you don't trust me. After 3 years together, you think I'd cheat on you at a reunion with a married woman I haven't spoken to in half a decade. That's what you think of me. That's not. I'm just protecting our relationship. You're not protecting anything. You're controlling. There's a difference. So what? You're going anyway." "Yes, I'm going. Alone, apparently, since you've decided not to come. But I'm going. If you go to that reunion, we're done." I looked at her. 3 years together. Countless dinners, trips, inside jokes, plans for the future. And she was willing to throw it all away because she couldn't handle me attending an event where a woman I dated 8 years ago might also be present. "Then I guess we're done," I said. She stared at me like I'd slapped her. "You don't mean that." "I absolutely do. You just gave me an ultimatum over something completely unreasonable. You told me you don't trust me. You try to control where I can and can't go based on your insecurities. That's not a relationship I want to be in. You're being ridiculous. You're throwing away 3 years over a reunion. You threw away 3 years when you told me you don't trust me. I'm just accepting your decision." I slept on the couch that night. By the end of the week, I'd found a short-term sublet and moved my essentials out. The apartment lease was in both our names, but we had 3 months left. I paid my half through the end and told her she could find a new roommate or cover the rest herself. The reunion was 2 weeks away. I went alone. Update 1, 3 weeks later. The reunion was incredible. I reconnected with people I hadn't seen in years. My old roommate, friend from my major, people from clubs I'd been part of. We shared stories, laughed about old times, and genuinely enjoyed each other's company. The formal dinner was beautiful, the campus looked amazing, and I remembered why I love that place so much. My college ex was there. We said hi, exchanged pleasantries for maybe 5 minutes, and that was it. She showed me pictures of her kid. I congratulated her on her life, and we went our separate ways. She spent most of the weekend with her husband, who'd also attended our school. It was genuinely, completely, utterly uneventful. But here's the thing I didn't expect. I reconnected with someone else. Her name wasn't anything special at the time. We'd been friendly in college, part of the same extended friend group, but never particularly close. She'd been quieter back then, more reserved. At the reunion, she'd come out of her shell. We ended up talking for hours at the Friday mixer, grabbed coffee together on Saturday afternoon, and exchanged numbers before Sunday brunch. Nothing romantic happened at the reunion itself. We were both freshly out of relationships, her from a 2-year thing that ended badly, me from my 3-year situation. Neither of us was looking for anything, but we started texting, then calling, then meeting for dinner whenever we could. She lives about 90 minutes away. Within 3 months, we were officially dating. And she's amazing. Smart, funny, kind, secure in herself. She doesn't interrogate me about my exes or demand to see my phone. She trusts me because I've given her no reason not to. It's what a healthy relationship is supposed to feel like. Meanwhile, my actual ex-girlfriend, the one from the ultimatum, had apparently been keeping tabs on me. She'd watch my social media throughout the reunion, seeing photos of me having fun, reconnecting with friends, looking genuinely happy. She'd sent a few passive-aggressive texts that I'd ignored. Looks like you're having a great time without me. I see you found time for your ex, but couldn't make things work with me. I hope you're happy with your choice. I didn't respond to any of them. But when photos of me and my new girlfriend started appearing, tag posts, share moments, the normal stuff people post when they're dating, things escalated. She messaged me directly. Are you seriously dating someone new already? It's been 3 months. I replied, I'm not sure why this is your concern. Because we were together for 3 years, and you just moved on like it was nothing. You gave me an ultimatum and accused me of being untrustworthy. I accepted your terms. You're the one who ended things. I didn't end things. You chose a stupid reunion over me. I chose self-respect over being controlled, and I'd make the same choice again. She didn't respond, but she also didn't go away. Update 2, 6 weeks later. After that exchange, I thought maybe things would settle down. We'd said our piece. We'd moved on. Done. Nope. About 2 weeks after that conversation, I started getting messages from mutual friends. Hey, just wanted to check in. Heard some stuff about you and your ex. You doing okay? Is it true you were seeing someone else while you were still together? She's saying some wild things, wanted to get your side. My ex-girlfriend had started a whisper campaign. According to her version of events, I had been emotionally cheating on her for months before the reunion. She claimed I'd been obsessing over my college ex, that I'd admitted I still had feelings for her, and that I'd used the reunion as an excuse to reconnect with old flings. The new girlfriend I was seeing? According to her, I'd been planning that all along. None of this was true. Literally none of it. I hadn't spoken to my college ex in years. I barely remembered my current girlfriend from college until we reconnected at the reunion. There was no planning, no obsessing, no emotional cheating. But my ex was telling anyone who'd listen. I handled it the same way I'd handled the initial breakup. I didn't engage with the drama, but I was honest with anyone who asked directly. I kept my responses simple and factual. We broke up because she gave me an ultimatum about attending my college reunion. I went anyway. That's the whole story. Some people believed her version. Some believed mine. Most realized the truth was probably somewhere in the middle and didn't care either way. I lost a few acquaintances who were more her friends than mine, which was fine. But then she targeted my new girlfriend. She found her on social media. Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, everything public, and started sending her messages. You should know what you're getting into. He's a liar and a cheater. He was obsessed with his college ex the whole time we were together. He'll do the same to you. I'm just trying to warn you before you waste years of your life like I did. My girlfriend showed me the messages without any drama. Your ex is reaching out to me. Thought you should know. I was mortified. I'm so sorry. I'll handle it. You don't need to handle anything. She's clearly not okay. I'm just going to block her and move on. And she did. No interrogation, no accusations, no demand that I explain myself or prove my innocence. Just a calm acknowledgement that my ex was acting inappropriately, a decision to remove herself from the drama, and life continued. That's when I knew for certain I'd made the right choice. I did reach out to my ex one final time, though. Not for closure. I had that already, but to make something clear. I know you've been messaging my girlfriend. That needs to stop. Whatever happened between us is between us. She has nothing to do with it. I was trying to warn her about you. You were trying to sabotage my relationship because you're angry about how ours ended. Those are different things. You ruined my life. We were supposed to get married, have kids, and you threw it all away. We never talked about marriage. We never discussed kids. You're rewriting history to make yourself the victim. I am a victim. You chose some stupid reunion over me. I chose to attend an event you tried to forbid me from going to. That's not victimhood. That's consequences. You're going to regret this. When she dumps you, and she will, you're going to realize what you lost. I didn't respond. Just blocked her number, her social media, everything. Complete and total cutoff. My girlfriend handled the blocking on her end too. And just like that, the direct harassment stopped. Final update, 2 months later. It's been about 5 months since the reunion. A lot has settled, and I figured I'd share where things stand. My new relationship is going strong. She's met my parents, I've met hers. We've talked about future plans, nothing too serious yet, but the kind of conversations you have when you can actually picture a future with someone. She's everything my ex wasn't. Secure, trusting, communicative, genuinely supportive of my friendships and interests. The contrast is stark. With my ex, I was constantly walking on eggshells, managing her insecurities, avoiding topics that might set her off. With my current girlfriend, I can just exist, talk about my day, mention female coworkers without getting interrogated, maintain friendships without justifying every interaction. It's remarkable how much lighter life feels when you're not constantly defending yourself. As for my ex, the mutual friend network eventually sorted itself out. The people who believed her dramatic version without asking me were never really my friends to begin with. The people who knew me, actually knew me, stuck around. One of my closest friends told me, "Dude, anyone who spent 5 minutes with you knows you're not a cheater." She was projecting hard. Her campaign against me fizzled out when people stopped engaging with it. Without an audience, the drama lost its fuel. But here's the part that brings this story to its conclusion. About 3 weeks ago, one of those mutual friends reached out to me. "Hey, thought you might want to know. Your ex just announced she's in a new relationship. Guy she met at some work conference. They've been together like 6 weeks, and she's already posting about how she finally found someone who prioritizes her." I didn't feel anything in particular. Good for her, honestly. Maybe this guy will give her whatever she was looking for. But then the friend added, "She's also been telling people that you couldn't handle a real relationship, and that's why things ended. That you weren't ready for commitment, and she's better off now." I laughed. I actually laughed out loud. This woman had demanded I skip my college reunion because she was jealous of an ex I hadn't spoken to in 5 years. She'd issued an ultimatum and been shocked when I called her bluff. She'd spent months trying to sabotage my new relationship through harassment and lies. And now she was rewriting history to paint herself as the one who was too good for me. So people never change. They just find new audiences. I didn't respond to the friend's update with anything dramatic. Just a simple, "Thanks for letting me know. I hope she finds what she's looking for." And I meant it. Not in a petty way, but genuinely. Living well isn't about spite. It's about actually living well. And I am. The reunion photos are still on my social media. Me with old friends, me at the formal dinner, me genuinely happy for the first time in a while. One of those photos, the one from Sunday brunch, where my current girlfriend and I are laughing at something someone said, is now my favorite picture of myself. Not because of what it represents about my ex, but because of what it represents about me. Someone who chose his own happiness over someone else's unreasonable demands. Someone who walked away from control and found freedom. Someone who trusted that things would work out, and they did. My ex saw those photos and saw betrayal. I see a man who finally stood up for himself. That's the difference between us. Thanks for following along, everyone. The comments on my earlier posts helped me stay sane during some genuinely confusing weeks. You reminded me that boundaries aren't betrayals and that choosing yourself isn't selfish. Time to log off and go live my life. My girlfriend and I are trying a new restaurant tonight. Apparently, they have incredible tacos. Life is good,